Oh, good evening, everybody. Welcome to our community call. I'm going to get our recording started, so stand by for a moment. Oh, he's already got it going, and we're on Facebook. Yay, Gregory. Good evening, everyone. This is our Monday evening community call, and we get together every week to celebrate our team, to give you updates, training, support, and we love to be together. So lots, and we give updates on what's going on in the company and things like that. So tonight we have a wonderful call. We have a very special guest with us this evening. And Kay, would you like to introduce our special guest and then turn it back to me, or do you want me to take over?
You may have the honors. That would be great if you would do that, Robin.
Okay, I'd be happy to. So that was Kay, one of our newest directors. And when she came on board, she started going through the ranks really quickly. And her second person she enrolled as our guest this evening, very special woman named Karol Schuyler. And Karol has a background as a nurse and a massage therapist. And I think she's really excited because she owns and operates a holistic clinic in Bradenton, Florida. And so we're very happy to have her on this evening. She said that she gets to do just audio tonight because, there's not such great coverage where she is. So I'd like to welcome you, Karol Schuyler. Are you with us?
Yes, I am. Can you hear me?
We can. Wonderful to have you. So you're moving through the ranks too, and it's very exciting to have you here. So, with the amazing background you have, could you help everyone understand why you chose to join LifeWave? What is it that got you interested?
Well, I've been in natural medicine for probably about 40 years now. I hate to even admit that.
Oh my goodness.
I started when I was 3. No, I'm just kidding.
There you go.
But I've looked at so many different things over the years. We have a small retail store in our business. I was working with some other companies, and obviously we really look hard at companies to see who they are and what they're doing, how they are put together, who their principles are. All those things I think really make a difference. And it's just been one look after another in the last, 5 weeks, that I see an incredible company with just amazing tools to use for the practitioners. And it's been real easy to show people in my office. I have 2 other personnel that work with me in administration. And it's so easy to work with the tools that you have presented that the company's put together, and the videos and all those things. And it's probably the simplest I've ever seen in any group that I've ever worked with. And I've been with a number of different direct marketing companies. So I think that was probably the biggest key. Kayla Becky has been a dear friend of mine for many, many years. And I regard her very, very highly. And so when she called me and told me she had something, I knew she wasn't messing around, quite frankly.
She doesn't mess around, that woman, does she? But boy,
no, she doesn't. So from the day I met her,
go ahead. Yeah, she's got very loyal following from what I've seen.
She does, and she wants everyone to succeed as she does. And so I felt very humbled by the fact that she reached out to me and said, I think you need to really look at this. And so that's how it started.
And so you're building a business right now. And if you'd love to share, is there, we have this term we use on these calls, success leaves clues. What are you doing, Karol, that's really working in your clinic and personally in sharing LifeWave with people? What's working for you?
Well, I have an hour with usually 4 or 5 people a day that I've known for a very long time. I've been seeing many of the same people for 20 to 30 years. And so they are, some of them, very difficult cases, if you will. I don't want to use the word case, but just difficult situations. And they come to our wellness center looking for relief. And so when I first heard about this, everybody's like, oh, I can't believe something like that would happen and be so incredible. But I talk to people when they come in because they're always asking me and saying, have you heard anything new? They know that I'm constantly researching and looking at all that I can find. And so, so when I start telling them about this, they get very excited. And then I just ask them kindly if they would like to review a video and have more information. We put some packets together of some of the stem cell and ice. And what we've done is gone in and some of the key things like LifeWave and the energy enhancer. We have things that we know will call to different people and what their needs are. And so just like tonight, I had a gentleman who has been playing pickleball for the last few months, and he's getting married next week. So he was under a lot of stress. He was under a lot of stress. And so I worked on him. And when he left, I gave him the information, the packet, but I also gave him some stretches that he needed to do for his legs. And so, and for tennis, and which pickleball is basically. So, so that's what we do. We make sure that they leave with something, and they always expect that, whether it's an education piece, so this has been ideal to be able to say, would you like a video? I've even had people demanding more. I had a gentleman over the weekend, he's a retired attorney from New York, that he just couldn't get enough of the videos. I think I sent him every one of the videos, except the business. I didn't do that yet, but he came in today and saw us. We have numerous therapies that we offer besides the massage, acupuncture, nutritional counseling. We actually have other things we do. We have a vibro acoustic table, we have a beamer, we have an infrared sauna, we have a laser. So we have other modalities. We also do detox foot baths, and we do all these things, particularly because COVID, being a massage therapist in COVID last year wasn't very popular. And so, we had to really kind of resurrect some things that we knew people could at least come in and do and feel more comfortable. And that's really what that was about. So this is just such a movement and a good, it's just in the right direction. This product this company has, it's just, I can't tell you how it's fitting in at this point in time. So
you took the words out of my mouth. I was going to say, it sounds like a really good fit. And what I hear from you is, these long-term relationships of people that really trust you and respect you. And like you said, they expect to leave with something, education or information or, a resource of some sort. So that's
next appointment.
Yeah, next appointment, of course. So I'm wondering if you want to share any testimonials that you've experienced with some of your clients.
Well, I had a lady who came in last week who called to cancel or actually change an appointment today. And as I'm walking out from my last client, my office manager, her name is Anne, you'll get to know her, she's lovely, said, I just got off the phone with so-and-so, and she said to be sure and tell you, Carol, that those patches that you had put on her neck last week after the massage, they work. And she had really done such a great job with them. And she's been telling everybody about them. And as soon as she comes in, she wants to know more about them, but she has not reviewed your videos yet because she's so busy, but she will get to them. But she promised me on it went. So I felt, those are the kind of things that just make me, because you never know where that's going to come from. And most of the folks, we do not patch, but there are a few, I have to admit, as a massage therapist and knowing the pain that some of my patients have been in for so long. I have a 93-year-old that has bone on bone, comes in 3 times a week. We also have a personal trainer in the office that does a lot of isolated stretching. And this woman goes and gets regular shots as often as she can. She's not about to have surgery. She broke her hip about 2 years ago, and then the knees really started bothering her. The hip was repaired. She went through rehab. She's done very well. And she actually drives and takes the back roads to get to our office. But what the main thing is with her is I talked with her and we patched her the first time she came in. And she has been negative about a lot of the therapies that we've had there. She does get massage and she does do the stretching. She does do an occasional foot bath, but the rest of it, she doesn't, you can just tell she doesn't really, but she came back the following week and she said, I cannot believe how good I feel. My problem is I have a problem getting them on and off. So I still have the ones on, this was Monday. I still have the ones on Friday that she put on me. And so, so we have given her all the information she needs. And so she likes to be waited on a little bit. God bless her. And
Oh,
so,
that's sweet.
but let me tell you something that happened my first day that I got my patches. I had gotten them and had taken them home. And this is about 5-6 weeks ago. I had a patient come in who it was 4 weeks past her surgery. She had a very aggressive, I don't want to use the word aggressive, extensive female surgery called a rectocele. And that's not a good thing because that's where the contents of the bowel is going into the vaginal area. So that was all repaired. It was a 4-hour surgery and she got into my office, but I could only work on the front of her, like her neck and shoulders, obviously not her abdomen or her legs at that point. But she was really in a lot of pain, but just wanted me to work on her. And she's been a client for many years. So I said, I have these new patches. I don't know a lot about them yet, but I really would like you to try them. And I'm in the test group now, because whenever I get involved with something, I always like to try it first to make sure that it's really what people are saying it is. She had not been able to sit up because I had to keep her on my massage table, which I can lift the head up. She was not able to sit for any length of time. She had to lay down and just have a wedge like under her head. So I went home, got them at lunchtime. Then after work, after 5, I went over to her house and I walked in and she's still laying on the couch. And I said, I'll tell you what, I'm going by this little guide here. I just got these today, as I said. And so we're going to put one on your abdomen. And I did the clock method. It was right below her belly button. I put the X39. And then I put the LifeWave not too far away from it because over on the left, she was having a little bit of pain. And then I did the method of the clock. Well, 3 o'clock, and by the time I got to 9 o'clock, she said, that's it. I can feel tingling. And from that point forward, she has really done very well. They have changed her life, is what she's told me. And now this is a woman that I had given some of the patches to, dear friend, I should say more than anything, but she had had her tailbone removed many years before and wasn't able to sit down. She's very thin. And she put an E on back where her tailbone was and was able to sit outside on the swing 3 days later for the first time.
Oh my gosh.
Surgery. So these are the things I'm talking about. It just, I could write a book right now, and I've only been in the company 5 weeks.
Oh, this is so exciting. Well, a lot of practitioners say, and this is a quote from Dr. Nicholas, they love the patches because they enhance the clinical outcome of what you're able to do with your clients. Exactly. And I know you have someone very close to you that has an amazing story. How about if you share just briefly, not the whole story, but okay. That he had a fall and he was in pain and he did have some stem cell injections. So why don't you take it from there?
Okay. Yes, my boyfriend, we've been to Zion and he had a fall and he'd have fractured both arms, wrists, and hands. That was healed 2 years in. This has been about 4 years ago. And so not realizing it, his hip was bothering him. So lo and behold, after much time, he was supposed to get a hip replacement. Well, he's been kind of dragging his feet on that, literally. And so he had some stem cell injections last year twice. The guys are really good at it. They're sports medicine guys, and they do it with a scope, and they go in with a very long needle. I've been in there twice with him. But it really didn't help him like he thought it might. And so he's a real avid person for supplements. And so he lives on a lot of good supplements that do very much good things for him, fish oil and many other things, turmeric. But for the first time, when I brought this stuff home, he's like, oh boy, here we go again. But I put some patches, he put a X39 below his belly button, and he came to me later and he said, I cannot believe I am not in pain anymore. I said, what do you mean? He said, Karol, this is the best I have felt in 4 years. When he gets up at night, he was dragging his leg. And he's not doing that anymore. His sister came to me at Easter Sunday. She came over for dinner. She said, what have you done with my brother? I said, what have you done with your brother? She said, Carol, he's smiling, he's happier, he's not in pain anymore. And she said, by the way, I have this pain going on in my wrists. I was trying to make, because they're Italian, I was trying to make the Easter cookies and the bread and everything. And I was in pain and I just didn't know what I was going to do. And she said, I was talking to him. He told me about these patches. So show them to me, at least just show them to him. Well, what are you going to do? Just say, just show them to me. So I took the LifeWave out and I put those on her wrists. And she felt in 5 minutes, she said, oh my God. She said, I can't believe the pain, because she has arthritis pretty severely in her hands. She said, I can't believe my wrists and my hands are feeling like this. She said, I have hope now. And I just thank God for you. And she came in Monday morning and she signed up as a silver. So.
Oh my goodness. Well, I think you do have a book in process here of all these great stories, and it hasn't been very long at all. So, what you said, I think is so beautiful. We give people hope, and that their future could be even better than they think. So thank you so much, Carol. We're thrilled to have you on the team and in the community, and that you're sharing so beautifully in your clinic and reaching out to so many people that, have trusted you for so many years. And that makes such a difference. So thank you so much for being on this evening with our Success Leaves Clues segment. That's kind of a mouthful. Wonderful, Carol. I look forward to meeting you one day. We get down to Florida once in a while. So we've got a good friend in Bradenton. So we might have to come by and see you.
You certainly can. You're certainly welcome.
Okay, great. Thanks so much. Okay, so let's move on to our next section for success this evening. We have our very own Gregory Mascari, and he's got a new piece to add called Measuring Success. So I'm going to turn things over to you, my dear.
All right. Well, thanks everyone. And gosh, Carol, wonderful stories, and only 5 weeks in. That is so awesome. I'm very happy for your success and delighted for the success of all your friends, husband, sister-in-law, clients. That's so wonderful. Yeah, I want to talk briefly just for a few minutes with you here tonight about the measure of success. And, that which is measured increases. So we're going to talk a little bit about just measuring success. And I'm going to talk about 3 different things that are kind of interwoven. And I want to start out by saying, one of the keys to success in LifeWave is falling in love with the process. And that's our daily method of operation. And the best place to learn about our daily method of operation is our favorite place to go. And that's our nitty gritty website. So, usually we'll show something from nitty gritty on each of our calls. And tonight we're going to go to the distributor section. That's nittygritty101.com. If you haven't ever gone there before, after this call, check it out. Become a happy clicker, as Robin likes to say, and check it out. Start with the welcome section, move along. But tonight we're going to go to the distributor section, and we're going to go to our daily method of operation. And really, when someone joins your team, if you could just teach them this daily method of operation, you don't have to teach much more. The rest will kind of fall into place, okay? And the daily method of operation is just, falling in love with the process. This is our success process. And there's some success facts, and we are in the sharing and caring business. And that's covered in the Getting Started Guide, page 9 to 11. And, I found over the years, and now here in LifeWave, the hardest part of the business is getting people to watch the videos, because we've also found when people do watch the videos, they like what they see, and many of them choose to join as customers or distributors. Now, the other thing we found out is offering a sample will get more people to watch the video. If you ask somebody to watch a video, if you ask 3 people to watch a video, maybe 1 will. If you ask 3 people to watch the video and say, hey, I'd be happy to give you a sample, everybody, let me rephrase that. Yes, 3 people, if they want a sample, they'll all say yes. So it's kind of like baiting the hook. And I might use the fisherman's analogy a little bit here tonight. And I know many ladies, love to fish also. And so fishing is a good analogy to use. So when you send videos with In Touch, and while offering samples with it, it just works. And so our job is to give people enough information to make an informed decision. So our simple daily method of operation is, number one, you connect with someone heart to heart. You got to connect before you present. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And you show you care by connecting with them. Just, Karol, how are you doing? So glad to see you. It's, it was wonderful to hear you on the call and blah, blah, blah. And, hey, by the way, I just came across this historic breakthrough in affordable stem cell technology. And I don't know, are you familiar with stem cells? And a lot of people, like my wife, Robin, when Kai Jacobson, our enroller, asked us if we were interested in stem cells, Robin lit up like a light bulb and placed the order, right after that call. So it was a one call close, really. But and then maybe share some success stories. Maybe somebody's had a problem with their knee, and that's where Robin's knee got us in this business, because we were looking into stem cell injections for her knee and found out about the stem cell patches. And then you can offer them a sample, and this is where it's kind of baiting the hook. Hey, if you'd like, I'd be happy to send you a sample. And everybody always says yes. And you say, cool, let me send you a short video. And if that really piques your interest, I'd be happy to send you a sample. So that's really falling in love with the process. The goal is to get people that commit to watch the video. And where our conversation tonight is about measuring results, because success does leave clues. And, and so I'll go back to the fishing. When someone goes fishing, when they come back to you, say, hey, how many times did you cast into the water? Nobody asks that. How many did you catch? Everybody asks that. Or everybody tells you, hey, I caught 3. It took me 4 hours and I went through a whole box of worms, but I got 3. So the measure of success with LifeWave is when you send someone an invitation to watch the video, and all of a sudden you get these wonderful, the alert shows up on your phone. And I've been talking to more and more leaders about this. And we've all, kind of agreed that one of the most fun parts about this business when you get an alert that somebody's watching your video. It's like, whoa, that's like, when you're sitting there on the dock with your worm on the hook on the line on the rod in your hand, you're just sitting there kind of bored, waiting for something to happen. And all of a sudden that rod tip bends a little bit. You go, whoa, I got one. And that's kind of what it feels like when you get an alert on your cell phone when somebody that you sent an invitation to, that you sent a video to, decides to watch the video. So I'm suggesting that in addition to setting some goals and objectives for your business, on how many people you're going to talk to, because that's a daily process. How many people are you going to talk to each day? You really need to be doing that. So that's an important thing, is putting worms on the hook, putting the hook in the water, so to say. So fall in love with the process, fall in love with our daily method of operation. But the measure of success is how many people did you get to watch the video today? And if you could get one person a day, if you got to invite 3 people, but get one person a day, and, take Sundays off. Let's say you could get, 20, 25, 26, 27 people, depending on, the weekends and such. If you could get 25 to 30 people a month watching the video, what do you think your business would look like 30 days from now or 60 days from now? And what if out of those people that watched the video and joined you as distributors, you taught them to get 1 or 2 or 3 people a day out there watching the video? You are the messenger, not the message. And we've got this high-tech message delivery system, InTouch. It's free. It's part of your $25 enrollment fee. You've got this laser-driven, instead of using a slingshot, you got this laser-guided video system, and you just got to get people to say, yes, and Kay had a realization with one of her people she shared on our director's call last Wednesday. She had somebody that was inviting people, saying, can I send you a video? And everybody says, yes, you can send me a video, but no one committed to watch it. She switched her verbiage just a little bit and said, if I send you a video, will you watch it? And it totally shifted her business. So a measure of success is how many people a day, and I'm kind of challenging you to challenge yourself and challenge your team. You know, if everybody would just set a goal to talk to enough people today to get at least one person to watch the video, your enthusiasm about your business is going to go up, your enrollments is going to go up, your checks are going to go up, and the business is just going to work. And that leads to the third clue I wanted to kind of close with. Success is not magical, it's mathematical. And in the beginning, you might have to invite 3 people to get one of them to watch a video, but you're going to get better with practice. And pretty soon, you're going to send out 2 invitations. You're going to talk to 2 people, 3 people, and get 2 of them to watch the video. And, you know, I wouldn't be surprised you get to the point where when you invite 3 people to watch the video, you get 3 people watching the video. And that's just practice makes perfect, and perfect practice makes perfect results. So success is not magical, it's mathematical, and just watch your numbers. That which is measured grows. And I challenge you to not just measure how many people you talk to, measure how many people actually follow through and watch the video. And that's the magic. So that's what I wanted to share with everyone here tonight, Robin. So I'll turn it back over to you.
Great. Thank you, Gregory. I had so much fun after that leadership call the other day when we were talking about measuring by how many people watched, and I had a new prospect and she watched, and then she was sharing it with everyone in the family, and my phone was ding, ding, dinging, and it was fun. So that is a fun part about this. And I think this is the most fun I've ever had. I know it is. And the easiest conversion. And like Karol said, we've got the tools that just make it really easy. And remember, you know, simplicity and duplication is what equals success. So keep it really simple. Okay, let's move on and talk about our call for tomorrow night. We have our LifeWave and X39 introductory call, and I call it our doctors in rotation. And tomorrow night is Dr. Walter Young. He's an acupuncture physician, and he loves these patches. Actually, several people I know have had some private sessions with him. He does medicine conference calls, and they've had amazing results where he just, you know, told them to, you know, move the patch here or there. And by the way, he, as everyone knows who's listened to him, he loves the energy enhancer patch. So that's tomorrow night. And then I just want to just briefly share about last Friday. We did our 30 minutes of wisdom. And if you were on that, if you could do a brief message in the chat section of what you loved about Ann Gillis. Oh my gosh. I've known her for many, many years, and she is so wise and so witty and so fun and always breaks into song. So if any of you want to mention something in the chat section about the talk on easyosophy, life is about living with ease, or at least easier. And she says, we all have to stop having hard attacks, H-A-R-D. And so she plays with words in such a wonderful way. So if anyone wants to mention something in the chat about last Friday, and you can find that recording in our YouTube channel on LiveYoungerYouTube.com. And let's see, and I'll turn it back to you, Gregory, to talk about Saturday's training.
Okay, well, great. So every Saturday we have our distributor training. It's skills-based training. And we're starting the cycle over again this Saturday, and we'll be talking about Prepare. And we're going to showcase and talk to you about 2 brand new distributor and customer welcome letters that are now available for you in Nitty Gritty. And I'm just going to share that with you real quick, just because we can. Share screen and go over here to Google Chrome. And I'm going to go back here. So we're at Nitty Gritty, and I'm going to go to distributors, and then I'm going to go down here to welcome letters. Okay. And when you go here, you're going to find 2 brand new welcome letters, distributor welcome letter, and then down below, there's a customer welcome letter. And we would like to encourage all of you, when you enroll a new distributor or customer, you go to Nitty Gritty, you drag your cursor down and you copy, you know, don't copy both letters, copy that letter, hit the copy button, you know, and then paste it into the body of an email, and then your brand new distributor is going to get the basic information they need to succeed. They're going to just get a nice little welcome. We're going to talk to them about the nitty-gritty website. We're going to encourage them to keep track of their ID number, user ID, and a place for you to sign off with your phone number. And then we got our first 24-hour checklist, and there's 4 simple things we're encouraging new distributors to do. We have something very similar for the customers, but we don't have a getting started checklist like that. We're telling them, while you're waiting for your order to arrive, here's how you can get to your your customer back office. So anyway, we're going to go through these letters. I didn't mean to bog down, but very excited because I know Judy Daniel and Zena and Robin and a number of different folks work together on these welcome letters. They're now available there in Nitty Gritty. So just really nice to have that available for everyone. So, and that'll be our training this coming Saturday. Then Vibrant Living. Robin, did you want to talk briefly about Vibrant Living?
It's a vibrant place to be. It's a new concept in social media where we don't talk about products or company name. It's a community where people can go and you can bring your prospects, your customer prospects, to experience this wonderful community that has great inspirations about lifestyle, fitness, health, recipes, and most importantly, stories. And so people share stories about LifeWave, but they never mention a patch name or the company name. And then people get curious, and it's become a wonderful tool for acquiring customers and retaining customers. So please go there, LiveYounger vibrantlivingfb.com, and watch the introductory video that explains the concept. And if you want to access a bunch of stories, we have over 125, 6, 7, 8 stories in there. We just started a section on animal stories, and so you can find those in there too. And if you want a story, they're labeled. And if you want to find some great testimonials, it's a wonderful place to go. So we will continue to, talk about Vibrant Living, and we'll be sharing stories from Vibrant Living on these calls once in a while. So enjoy. I go there every day to get inspired, and I do. There's some beautiful inspiration quotes and beautiful photos and people sharing their lifestyle. It's really, really a wonderful community. And this week, for all distributors, we have our Monday evening call that we're on right now. And then we have our training every Saturday morning. And on Tuesday, we talked about having Dr. Walt Young on, and Dr. Nicholas does a product training every Wednesday with Q&A. It's a different phone number, so just pay attention to that. And Gregory did a wonderful 15-minute Why LifeWave, Why Now webinar, which you can share with anyone who's really interested as a business prospect. And then we have our morning chats on Monday and Thursday. Monday has a product focus. Thursday has a business focus. We get together, we share stories, we ask questions, we learn from each other, we inspire each other, we hang out together, we can see each other. This morning we had 51 people. We got to the second page. It was very fun. And we're all learning and growing together. And that's what's so beautiful. And then twice a month, we have 30 minutes of wisdom. And our next guest in a few weeks is Dr. Steve Taubman, and he's always a treat. So we'll be sharing more about that coming up. I think that might be it. And you showed Nitty Gritty. We always love to thank Judy Daniel. She created Nitty Gritty 101 for her team, and then she generously shared it with all of us. And it has been a godsend for us to save so much time, because when people ask questions in this business, I like to answer the question and point to the answer. And now all I do is say Nitty Gritty. It's really fun. I love it. And then we have our text reminder system. If you're the kind of person that wants to be reminded an hour before our calls, make sure you put in 96,000, and in the text area, you put LiveYounger with or without a space. They'll both work. We've got all these great access URLs. Gregory has a big account with GoDaddy. And I do believe that is it for tonight.
All right. Well, thanks, everyone. Thanks, Robin, and thanks,
Carol.
Carol, and everyone that participated, and wishing you the best that life and LifeWave has to offer. Bye, everyone.
Bye,
Thank you.
everybody.